So it's Monday morning and we're back at Copper Bluff, and today we're doing more framing. We got a bunch of the exterior walls up last week, towards the end of the week, as well as the floor system. That was all done last week. So lots of progress. It's good to see. The guys are going to be working on starting to put these floor trusses up here on this section, and Alex and I are going to be laying out and putting up this whole tall wall system that goes over here. So here's the tall wall detail, and that's going to end up going up there, similar to something like it.
Hard to watch.
It is hard to watch. Thank you. There. Thank you, Vanna White. That's going up there.
I think you just aged yourself with that Vanna White comment.
I could have.
Nobody knows who Vanna White is.
Oh. Nobody knows who
Your
Vanna White
parents
is.
might know.
Oh, they know who Vanna White is. So, in order to start with this floor system for upstairs, I need to figure out where the trusses are in our pile of lumber up there. We don't have a ton of room to set a bunch of material. However, I needed all the material set down on our job site before road limits went on, and we barely got it in time, just by a matter of several hours. But we got it. Road limits went on, but I had all the material I need to build the house, which is awesome. So I'm happy about that. However, it also makes a really tight job site, and so I don't have a lot of room. So what I need to do is find these ones here. I need an F20E and 10 F20s, and those right there are what goes in this whole section here. So I'm gonna head up and try to find those. Here we go. F20E, and I need 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. I found them. Surprisingly enough, they're not under a bunch of other lumber, which some of this is here. I mean, look at all this. There's just piles of lumber laying around. But the plus side is, once we use all these up, we're gonna have more room to put other stuff that we're going to need, like, trucks and other equipment and stuff like that. So this is my big lumber yard right now. Fortunately, I don't have to go very far, and I can do all the shopping right in the driveway here. We're constructing a much safer bridge because we have deemed this not safe anymore, for obvious reasons.
Happy?
Oh, very happy. Wow, look at that. We're in danger of almost having a shape here.
Then we'll know if we did it right, because it should be a 45 degree angle.
It should be, yeah.
And math never lies.
Really?
Just humans.
Are you sure?
Good?
Yep.
Wow, is that nice?
Right, there's our peak. All right, so my phone ran out of memory, which is why we didn't have a regular video, but you can see it a little bit in the time lapse. But this morning we got the middle of this tall wall, which is actually 25 feet, 24 feet, 11 3/4 inch. So 25 feet, and we got it up, and it might be a good thing because it was a bit of a struggle. You can see behind me. So the right way to do this is to get a crane in here. But not only is it super soupy, road limits are on right now, which means that for the next 4 or 5 weeks, we can't get equipment in here other than what we already have. And so we did it all by hand, and it was definitely sketchy, and we almost died, but we didn't. So that's a plus. And now we have it up, And now this afternoon, we're gonna take it a little bit easier and do some random framing around what we already have. And Alex is explaining that over there.
Joseph, are you building a fancy doghouse?
It's a doghouse for our boss, really.
Yes. I don't know if that's big enough.
Nothing's gonna be big enough for him.
Fair enough.
So he's gonna have to live with it. He's gonna have to adapt to his circumstances.
So what are we actually building?
We're building a drafting table, a dirty one that will be cleaned.
Yeah.
Using zip system. Sucker's nice. Yeah, it's a drafting table because so far this big pile of stuff is all we have for a horizontal surface. And we like our horizontal surfaces here to set our coffee mugs on things. This one's angled for the drafting table. We're gonna put a little shelf in right down here.
Nice.
Seat around there so that we actually have space for coffee mugs, tools, timeout station.
Timeout station?
Yeah.
Safety
Nice.
space?
Yeah, well, at least they got, you know, some sort of covered space.
Right. Are we gonna have LED lighting?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some LED strips, one of those Bluetooth ones that connects to your phone. You can do the color changing, the pulse and stuff, that it syncs up to the music and the radio.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna be nice.
Probably have a bird's nest in it in a couple weeks. It'll be great.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're back out here in the balmy, 5-degree weather. We just kind of want to go over and show you guys how we've been laying out these super ridiculously tall walls. If we hadn't mentioned before, the tallest point in our peak here is somewhere close to 25 feet. And it's been an interesting process getting these things laid out and built and tipped up. But we wanted to kind of give you an overview of how we've been doing that. To not give you the false impression that we're super geniuses and we can just figure this out and math it and cut and go. No, we actually have to make it very much idiot-proof in order to get it right. So what we've done is we've snapped our lines on the perimeter of the house like we normally do, so that way we know everything's square. And then basically what we do, you can see the bottom plate here, for instance, in this one that we're about to build. We have our layout for wherever our doors and windows go. And it also tells us where these nice big beefy posts go. So the other lines that we snap after we have those ones done, we snap lines here for where the sides of our walls are gonna be. It's a little bit faded right now, but you can see the red line right here. And then we bring it up for our overall wall height at the corners here. And then once we have our overall wall height, we can connect that dot to the overall peak height, which is way back over here, but you can see the crosshairs that we made on the floor. And that's right in the center of our wall. So like in the previous video,
Just nailed my head.
what we showed was we created an X and Y axis, so we know exactly where the center of the wall is traveling the height, and we know where the pitch starts at the top of our short walls traveling the other direction. So we always have something consistent to measure off of. But so basically we snap a red line all the way around that gives us our roof pitch, because we know where the center is and the full height, and we know where the pitch starts at the short wall because we have that overall height, and we know that we're parallel. So essentially what we do is we make this great big drawing on the floor, and we take into account all the layers of our double top plates, and we transfer our layout marks into the middle of the wall here, so that way we can snap lines running the full height of the wall. And then really all it is after that is we tip our plate up just like you see over there. We can take a direct measurement by bumping into it and going all the way up to our lines. And that's really all it is. You just take measurement after measurement. And then you can see here, these posts that are on the ground, they match the ones that are already in the air, but they get a pitch cut on it. Whatever your roof pitch happens to be, this is a 12. So it's a 45-degree angle. We take either a long or short point measurement. We cut that, and then since these are layered together to create our posts, like you can see on either side of that doorway or on the other wall as well, once we have that cut, we can simply take another measurement, either going the ascending side or descending side. So we're either measuring to the long point or the short point of the cut we made, and we know exactly what the size of the next one will be. So we just keep doing that throughout. We have our lines to measure off of to make sure that we're paralleling on both sides, and that makes it idiot proof for us. So it's a lot less likely that we're going to make mistakes on our heights. But so we're able to draw it out on the floor, assemble it on the floor, make sure everything's going to work out the way that it should, and then we just have to figure out a way to lift it. And you guys have seen in our other footage that gets a little bit interesting sometimes, especially when it's 25 feet off the ground and we don't have machinery that can reach it. So it's a lot of manpower, a lot of thinking about safety concerns as I step on our our stairwell opening hole that we're not supposed to step on. That's why there's black X's on it, because you're not supposed to step there. I just want to show you the process here. So I have that measurement now because I bumped my plate and measured to my intersect point that we have snapped out. So then all I'm going to do, I'm going to check to make sure that the end of my board is square so it actually fits well. And I can see this one's off here a little bit, so we're just going to give that a square cut, fix that up, and then we'll get our measurement to our short point down there. I had been cutting the long point, but now it's the short point. So we'll flip this around. Try not to kill Jonathan. Get that to our 45, as you can see on there. Beautiful. So now, what I can do is, I can take this board and I'll flip it on edge, and now I can take a measurement to here because this is going to be doubled up. So this indicates to me what the next short point measurement will be. So we got exactly 145. Remember to cut the correct side of the line. So we're gonna line that up. That's how that should be, nice and smooth. And that flushes up there. And that's how we make our beams.